morning, everybody. My name is Lee, and today we'll be doing a 60-minute vinyasa flow for the full body. If there's any issues during the class, feel free to text me in the group chat. Just let me know everything's working, okay? Other than that, we can get started whenever you guys are ready. So again, when you're ready, coming down to the mats, just closing the eyes. As we bring the hands down to the knees, sitting up nice and tall. And inhale, exhaling out through the mouth. Just taking the time here, first few minutes of class. Start to arrive, start to bring yourself in. Nice few breaths here. As we connect, allow ourselves to breathe, following the breath throughout the body. Good. Taking your time here, nice and slow, and giving yourselves awareness of the physical spaces around us. So any thoughts, any sounds, any smells that arise, just breathing it through, allowing this to be a part of the practice. Good. Next inhale, we'll slowly start to scan the body, giving ourselves a bit of awareness of how we're doing today. What's going on inside, how we're feeling, and whether there's any areas of tension or distension, discomforts, anything shaken up in the body, anything that's still waking up. Just breathing it through, evenly scanning the body here as we bring our awareness down towards the ground. Good. Piece by piece, bringing it through. And then next, when you're ready, we'll slowly bring our hands up as we inhale, lifting the arms up towards the sky, breathing nice and long. And then exhaling out, hands come down before the heart center. Good. Pausing here, allowing ourselves to set an intention for today's class. Maybe something you'd like to work towards or see in yourself. Or even just reminding ourselves why we may have showed up to the mat today. Good. We'll bring the hands down towards the knees. And then slowly letting the head fall forward, we're going to roll it over towards the right side, pausing as you drop the ear down. Moving towards the center, inhale, over towards the opposite side, pausing here, letting the ear fall. Good. Continuing here, back and forth, just using the breath and moving at your own speed. Letting the ear drop, roll forward, then back around. Remember to sit up tall as you extend the spine. Keep the chest lifted. Good. Over to the opposite. And then back to center, inhale. Exhale, move through. After your next round, meeting yourself back towards the right side. And as we pause here, we'll bring the right arm up, inhaling, and softly place it on the side of the head. Pressing the left hand out. Start to stroke the ground with the fingertips moving back and forth. Stretching out the left side of the neck here. Good. Moving the hand on top of the shoulder. Start to make rounded movements with the elbow moving back and stretching through the shoulder blades. Good. Switching rotation, elbow comes forward. Then moving back down towards the ground. Hands drop. Start to move towards the middle, then opposite side. Letting the head fall heavy. Inhale, right arm comes up. Softly place it on the side of the head. And then again, right arm comes out. Start to stroke the ground. Nice wide circles here as we move the fingers back and forth. Good. And then slowly, when you're ready, bring the right hand towards the shoulder. Start to make rounded movements with the elbow. Moving up and back. And stretching through the shoulder blades. Switching rotation towards the front, elbow comes forward. And breathe into the chest here. Good. Slowly, when you're ready, softly bringing the hands down towards the knees. And then just making rounded movements with the spine as we move through. Breathe in. Stretching out, moving down. Maybe closing the eyes here, waking up the spine. Good. And then from center, reversing opposite direction. Moving around and breathing through the spine, maybe curving out, rounding through, stretching everything out here. Good. As you meet back to center, we're going to inhale, bring the left arm up and over, and then placing the right hand out. Good. Switching sides, inhale, lengthen the top arm, bending up and over, stretch through. Good. One more round like this. Lift the arm, breathe in, exhale, bend. Good. Last side. Inhale, exhale, bend deep. Coming back to center, bringing the hands together. We're going to interlace the fingers and start to make rounded movements with the wrists, just stretching out the hands here. And trying to loosen out all the little ligaments, stretching out the wrist, maybe bending back the hand. Good. And then just giving some fist pumps. Spread the fingers wide as you sprinkle water to the front. Good. Next, placing the hands down. We're going to bring ourselves to tabletop, stacking the shoulders and the hips, and coming through for your cat-cow. As we lift the tailbone, grow through the spine, lift the chest and gaze, inhaling, and then exhale, move back down towards your cat. Drop the head, move down the spine, roll through vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale back towards your cow, breathe in. I'm just waking up the spine here. Exhale back towards your cat. Nice and slow. As we work through, really emphasizing the movement. As we stretch round down. Continuing here at your own pace, maybe closing the eyes again, feeling the breath, allowing it to move you through the stretch. Good. After your next round, meeting yourself back in your tabletop, just start to make rounded movements in the knees, being mindful and moving the hips side to side, stretching out through the body. So nice movements here as you come back and forth. Good. Maybe switching rotation if you went one way. And back and forth. Good. Next inhale, we'll slowly sit the hips back for a child's pose. As we walk the fingertips forward, release the hips down. Forehead comes through to the floor. Take a few breaths here as we stretch out the spine, walk the fingertips up the mat. And then exhale, release the hips down, trying to make contact with the floor, with the heels, releasing the tailbone, the lower back. Next inhale, we'll bring the right hand over towards the side of the mat. And lifting the left hand, place it softly on top of the right. As we stretch through, breathe through the arms, walking up the mat. Exhale, melt the chest, the heart down. Stay here, inhaling, adding length. And then exhale, hips drop. Moving to the opposite side. Inhale, left hand reaches over. And then right hand on top. We're going to add length by inhaling, fingertips up the mat. And then exhale, drop the sit bones, the hips down towards the ground. Stay here for one more breath, inhaling. And exhale out. Coming back to center, walk the hands towards the middle. We're going to slowly roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae, meeting ourselves in your tabletop. And then walking the knees to center, making sure they're stacked underneath the hips. Press into the hands as you push yourself back into your downward dog. Bending one leg at a time, move back and forth as we stretch into the hips, the legs, the calves, the ankles, waking up the dog here. Good. Move back and forth. Anything that feels good for the body, just listening to yourself here. And then when you're ready, slowly finding stillness, making your way back to your downward dog. We're going to inhale, lift the heels up as the tailbone follows towards the sky. Exhale, drop the heels down, opening up the backs of the knees and engaging the legs here. Trying to press back through the heels. As you press them down, melt the chest through, relax the neck, shake it out left to right. When you're ready, start to bend the knees slightly, walk the feet towards the front of the mat, making your way towards the top. We're going to inhale as you half lift. Exhale, melt back down. Trying to press the weight forward. Start to roll from side to side, stroking the ground with the fingertips again, back and forth, and releasing the shoulders, the head down. Finding the space in the hips here, allowing ourselves to move, to release the back, and use the breath, finding any bits of tension, of tightness, moving through. Good. When you're ready from center, just shaking up the head again, left to right. Shaking the head up and down. And then slowly, when you're ready, we're going to start to come up, stacking the spine, keeping the knees slightly bent. We roll to standing, coming through, stacking the shoulders, the head, and then last the head. From here, inhale, lift the shoulders towards the ears. Exhale, roll them down the spine. And 2 more times like this. Inhale, lift them. Exhale, down the spine. 1 more, squeeze the shoulders towards the ears. Exhale, down. And then coming to the front of your mat, moving into Surya Namaskar A. Setting up for mountain pose, feet underneath the hips or touching. Press down on all 4 corners. Moving through, we'll inhale, lift the arms. And going a few poses each time, we'll exhale, bring them down towards your sides. 2 more, inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, down by the sides. Last one, inhale, lift. And then exhale, fold forward, coming down with a nice flat back. Melting through, pressing the weight towards the front. We're going to inhale, half lift. Chest rises above the navel, hands either hanging or pressed against the thighs. Trying to keep the chest lifted. Exhale, melt back down. 2 more times, inhale, lift. Exhale, melt down. And last one, breathe in, lifting. Exhale, melt back down. Bending the knees, step the left foot back for runner's lunge, engaging that heel. Right foot comes back to meet it, plank. Nice push-up position. Keep the hips stacked parallel with the spine, with the body. We're going to inhale, shift forward, dropping the knees down. Exhale as you bend the elbows by your side. Softly touch the chest, the chin down to the ground. Inhale, shift forward for your cobra. As you lift the shoulders, the chest, squeeze the elbows back, but relax the butts. We're going to press into the hands as we push back for your child's pose. Taking a breath here, inhaling, and then slowly roll back up. Back to your tabletop, bending the elbows, drop down for your cobra, and then pressing forward, inhale. Good, exhale, sit back towards your child's pose, slowly dropping the hips. 1 more time, just like this, inhale, rolling forward, stacking the shoulders above the hands, and then bending the elbows, drop the chest and chin down, chaturanga. Inhale, shift forward, cobra, and then exhale, press back. Good. Taking a breath here, inhaling, and then exhale out. As we come forward, we'll press back to our downward dog. Pressing into the palms, heels come down, relax the neck, and take 3 breaths here as we inhale, exhale out through the mouth. 2 more times just like this, inhaling, and exhale out. Last one, breathing here, and then exhale out. Next inhale, we'll lift the left foot. Exhale, bend the knee into the chest, step it through in between the hands. Right foot comes to meet it, forward bending. As we inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward bend. 2 more times, inhale, lifting. Exhale, melt down. Last one, breathe in, Extend the spine. Exhale, melt back down. And then squeezing the legs and the glutes, we're going to rise tall as we lift the arms through the sides. Bring yourself towards the top of your mat. And then exhale, hands come down. Namaste. And then down by your sides, Tadasana. Good. Hopefully nice and stretched out. Now we'll move into Surya Namaskar B. Inhaling, lift the shoulders towards the ears. Exhale, roll them down the spine. Good. Next inhale, lifting the arms. Bring them towards the sky. Exhale, sit back into your chair pose. Tucking the tailbone under, bring the arms back parallel to the ears and try to keep the ribs in by engaging the core. Sit a little bit deeper. Then exhale, fold forward, coming down with a flat back. Landing in your forward bend, we'll only do one pose, one round each time. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, melt back down. And stepping the right foot back, runner's lunge. Left foot comes back to meet it, plank. As you inhale, shift forward. Exhale, bending the elbows or dropping down the knees. Start to lower down for your chaturanga. Gently landing shoulders and the chest down. Inhale towards your cobra. Walk the hands back for your upward dog. Lift through. And then exhale, roll through the toes. Press back for your downward. Take a breath here, settling in, checking with the stance. Making sure hands with the shoulders, feet with the hips. Next inhale, we'll lift the right foot. Exhale, bend the knee, step it through in between the hands. From here, walking out that right foot towards the side, coming into lizard. And either staying here, just stretching out the hip, allowing that knee to fall out towards the side, or you're going to drop down on your elbows if you have the space, maybe even dropping down the back knee, coming nice and low, finding the space through. And then start to go side to side, rolling out that right knee, maybe bottom of the feet, turn up. So just breathe into that right hip, allowing yourself to find any bit of tension. Breathe it through. Good. And then slowly coming back up wherever you are. We'll start to press through the hands, keeping the back knee still planted. If you need a block or rolling the mat underneath, you will. But we'll start to lift the right arm up, bend the back knee towards yourself as you bring yourself grabbing the outside of your left foot. You can kick into the hand, giving yourself a nice back bend, gazing behind us, coming into a twist. Good. Staying here, breathe in. Exhale, maybe turn the foot into the body, giving your hamstring a nice stretch here. Good. Slowly releasing, no slingbacks, controlled movement brings the foot down as the right arm comes back up and over. And then walking that right foot towards the center, lift the back knee up. We're going to bring the hands by through the sides, lift the chest. And then inhale, arms come up. Lift all the way through for a high lunge. Front knee is bent nice and deep. Engage that back heel. Gazing forward, try to reach the arms up. And this time exhaling, just bring the back hand, right hand comes back, twisting over towards your right. Gaze follows the back hand back. Coming into a nice deeper twist here. Inhale, arms rise back up. Exhale, plant the hands down. And then we'll move over to the opposite side. Press the right foot back, inhaling. Exhale, release. Left side lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee into the chest. Step it through in between the hands. Walking it out to the side. Start to lower down, maybe dropping the knees, the elbows, lightly landing and pressing back and forth, stretching out that left hip here. Rolling over, coming through, bottom of the feet lift. Breathe into the hip. Take a few breaths here. And then when you're ready, slowly come back up. Start to plant the hands. Right hand plants. As the left arm comes up and over, start to bend the right knee, grabbing a hold of the outside of the right foot. Press into the hand, gaze behind us, coming into a nice shoulder opener. Nice twist here. And as you exhale, maybe start to bend the elbow, bring the foot into the body, stretching out the hamstring. Good, releasing through, gently bring the foot down. As the left hand comes back up and over, plant the hand through. Walk the left foot towards the center, start to rise up, setting through for your high lunge legs. Arms come back, use the core to lift the chest. Inhale, arms come parallel with the ears, shoot them forward. Gaze is still slightly in front, try to keep the body parallel as you start to press back up, high lunge. Front knee is bent 90 degrees. Engage that back heel, legs stay strong. Lift the arms up, keep the ribs in. As you exhale, start to bring the left hand back, twist over towards the left. Gaze follows, opening up the chest. Looking behind us, spread the fingers. Keep the legs nice and strong. As you inhale, arms come back through. In. Bringing them up. Exhale, hands land softly onto the ground. Step the left foot back. Downward dog here. We'll take 3 breaths as we settle in, inhaling, and exhale out. 2 more times, inhale, exhale, release, and then last one, inhale through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. Next, inhale, lift the right foot, bend the knee into the chest, step it through. Then left foot comes to meet it, forward bending. As you inhale, half lift. Exhale, melt back down. And then sweeping the ground, bring the arms up and over. Extend the arms towards the sky. Become nice and deep. And then bringing the hands behind us, interlace the fingers as we straighten the legs. Bring the arms up and over, forward bending here. Release yourself down. Try to bring the arms up towards the sky as you exhale, fold forward. Good, staying here. And then slowly start to bend the knees, come back out for you. And then start to stand it through, squeezing the legs and the glutes. Exhaling, hands down. And then hands down by your sides, Tadasana. Good, moving into a second round of B. We'll inhale, lift the shoulders towards the ears. Exhale, bring them down the spine, rounding through. Feel the ground beneath us as we press through the feet. Next, inhale brings the arms up. Exhale, sit back for your chair pose. Fold forward, coming down with a flat back. Press the weight through. As we inhale, half lift. Exhale, melt back down. Bend the knees, step, walk, or hop back. Hopping back lands with bent elbows, coming back through for your plank. And then inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. As we inhale, upward dog or cobra, press through. And then exhaling, downward dog. Take one breath here, settling in, giving yourselves the space. As we inhale, lift the right foot up, three-legged dog. This time, bend the knee, make 3 circles with the hip moving around. Opening up the hip towards the side, try to lift the knee nice and high. And then slowly come back to center, extend the leg out, bend the knee into the chest, step it through. Again, walk it out, moving through your lizard. Start to come down on the left knee, land through. Maybe elbows come down, take a few breaths here. And then start to press back up. Inhale, press into the hands, lift the back knee off the ground, tucking the toes under, and just using the core, try to press through, lifting that right foot off the ground. As few centimeters as you can, just squeezing the core, press through the hands, and then exhale, bring it back down. From here, plant the left knee again. Right arm lifts up, reach back, squeeze the leg, bring it out, coming into the twist. And then exhale, again, bend the elbow, bend the foot into the foot, maybe trying to touch the bum. Good, release, hands come down. Lift the knee back up, walk the foot towards the center. We're gonna rise up all the way through for your high lunge. As you exhale, open up for the twist. Good, front knee is bent, engage that back heel so it's nice and straight. And then this time, hands come to namaste. Plant that left elbow down, coming through. Looking behind us, try to bring the hands into the center of the heart. And if you'd like to come out for a nice big twist, you'll open up the arms, start to extend from the bottom to the top. Inhaling here, gaze towards the sky, feel a string pulling up that top right hand. Good. And then when you're ready, using the core, we'll land back into the twist as we lift both arms up. Inhale, extend. Then back hand comes down towards the opposite leg. Left arm reaches up and over towards the back wall. Engage that back leg. Front knee is still bent nice and deep. Inhale to the chest. And then slowly exhaling, we'll bring the hands down towards the ground. Step the right foot back to your downward dog. And taking a breath here, inhaling. Exhaling out. Good, moving to the other side. Inhale, left foot lifts. Bending the knee, make 3 circles, moving out. Press into both hands nice and evenly, melting the chest down. After the 3rd circle, extend that left leg back again. Exhale, bend the knee into the chest, step it through. Walking it out to the side for your lizard. Start to plant the knee, come down onto the elbows. Just finding the spacing, whether it's nice and loose compared to before, or maybe pressing in, opening up as much as you can, adding in the space. Start to come back up, press through the hands. And then from here, again, start to lift the back knee, tuck the toes under, use the core to bring the left foot off the ground as you press the ground away with the hands. Squeeze the core. And then exhale, slowly bring the foot back down, plant the back knee. Inhale, left arm comes up and over, grab the outside of the foot. Press into the hand, gaze back. Exhale, bend the knee, bend the foot into the bum. Try to touch the bum if you can. And then exhale, slowly release. Hands come down and forward. Walk the left foot in. Rise up straight to your high lunge. Arms come up. Front knee bent. Engage that back heel. And then exhale, open up for a twist towards the left side. Staying here, extend the arms, gazing behind us. As we start to bring the hands into a namaste, hands come to center, drop the right elbow down. Using the core to help twist yourself as you press that elbow into the outside of your left thigh. Start to open up the hands, spreading into a nice T shape. Left arm comes up. Front knee is still bent nice and deep. Engage that back heel. And then using the core, inhale, start to lift back up towards your twist. Left hand starts to drop back, right arm up and over, adding in the back bend. And then exhaling, hands come down, cartwheel through towards the floor, left foot presses back, downward dog. We'll take 3 breaths here, inhaling, and exhale out. 2 more, breathe in, and exhale out. Last one, breathing in, and exhale out. Good. Next inhale, we'll lift the right foot, coming through, bending the knee, and then opening up the knee to the side, coming into scorpion dog. Looking underneath the left armpit towards the toes, seeing if you can see your foot. Either just staying here or flipping the dog for your wild thing. As you try to lift that right knee as high as you can, flip the dog back, and then right arm comes up and over, extending towards your front wall. As you lift, stack the shoulder, left shoulder above the left hand. Left foot is nice and straight. You can start to lift the right heel up, press through the hand, breathe into the back bend. Good. Coming back to center. Inhale, flip the dog back. As you plant the right hand down, foot lifts up. You can press back forward for a chaturanga, keeping the right foot lifted. Shift down, chaturanga through, and inhale, upward dog. Exhale, roll back for your downward. And then staying here for a breath to reset, inhaling. Exhale out. Next inhale, lifts the left foot, moving to the other side. Bend that knee. Trying to see underneath the right armpit. Look through for the toes as you lift that left knee as high as you can. Stay here, flip the dog for your wild thing. Drop the left foot down. Left arm comes up and over as you press into that right hand, stacking the shoulder. Right toes are still pointed down, leg is straight. And left knee is bent as you start to lift the heel if you'd like to add in heights. Press through the hand to lift the pelvis, coming into the back bend. And then slowly exhaling, flipping the dog back. Left hand comes up and over, down towards the ground. Extend the left leg back for your 3-legged. And then if you'd like to add in the chaturanga, you'll shift forward. Exhale, come down chaturanga. And then inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Come through, press back. And this time just bending the knees, lower down for a child's pose as you walk the fingertips forward. Relax the forehead down, release the lower back here, and take a few breaths as we extend the spine, extend the arms up, and exhale down. If you'd like to make this passive, you can also bring the hands behind us, grabbing hold of the feet, or just letting the arms fall out. Good. Staying here. Couple of breaths. Then slowly coming back up. We're going to roll through, sitting on top of the legs with the knees bent. And from here, moving into camel pose. So we'll press through. You can tuck the toes under, giving yourself a little bit of lift. And if this is too intense for your knees, try to stack a blanket or double roll the mats. And then from here, we're going to inhale, bring the arms up. As you exhale, slowly bring one arm back, grabbing a hold of the heel. Left arm comes back as well. Start to find the opposite foot. As you press the hips forward, keep the chest lifted. Engage the core, lift the heart. Start to press back, landing the back of the head. Staying here as we breathe, keep the chest nice and big. And then when you're ready, slowly start to come back up as you came in. And then right arm comes up as well. Start to sit back down, release yourself through. We'll take a breath here before moving into a second camel. So taking a nice deep breath, settle in. Exhale, release. Good, next inhale brings us back up, coming onto the knees. And then again, tucking the toes under or leaving them flat for a deeper stretch. We'll come in, inhaling, bringing the arms up. Exhale, use the opposite hand, come back, press through the hips. Opposite hand comes through again. As we lift the chest, press the hips forward. And then exhale, slowly drop the head back. Staying here for a few breaths, breathe into the heart. Try to keep pressing the hips as far as you can. Good. Relax the neck. Try to bring the head down. And then when you're ready, slowly start to come out as you came in. By bringing one arm out, other arm comes out as well. Then sitting back through towards the feet. From here, we're going to lift, sit through, bring the feet out from underneath us, and coming to the middle of our mats, settling through, bring the feet out. Start to bend the right knee into the body. The bottom of the feet presses through, and then looking towards the back, making sure the hips stay squared towards the back side of the mat. Front leg is straight, parallel to the side. We're going to slowly inhale, bring the arms up. And then exhale, fold forward, coming down with a flat back. Try to extend the arms out. Extend the spine, keep the chest lifted until you can't reach any further. Then you'll start to round down, grabbing a hold of the outside of the feet or the ankle. Allow the chest to come through. Good, staying here. Coming forward, letting gravity pull you down. Become nice and heavy in the upper body. Good. Slowly coming back up. Inhale. And then exhale, bring the hands down. Moving to the opposite leg, extend the right, bend the left. Press the bottom of the foot against the thigh, and again, check with the hips, squaring them off. Right leg stays parallel, nice and straight. Engage that heel. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, extend, fold down. As you come through with a nice flat back, bring the hands forward, and then rolling the head, the chest down. Keeping length in the spine, especially the lower back. Extend out. Exhale, melt back down. Staying here for a couple of breaths. Breathe in. Exhale, release. And then slowly coming back up. Inhale. Arms come up to the sky. And then exhale, hands down. From here, extend the legs, just shaking out the feet, hitting them back and forth, shaking them side to side, and then just bending the knees, bring them into the chest, hug the knees in as you relax the head down. Good. And then slowly opening up the knees to the side, bring the bottoms of the feet together. And either bringing the feet close to the body or out to the front. We're going to lift the chest and then exhale, fold forward, coming down. Press the elbows against the calves or the thighs, trying to bring them down to the ground. Staying here, melt through. Finding the space. And just listening to your body, how deep you want to come down. Good. And then slowly coming back up. Extend the legs out. We're going to start to roll down towards our backs as we bring ourselves down to the ground. Extend the feet and plant the shoulders, the head down. From here, we're going to lift the feet up towards the sky, come through for a nice inversion, or bring the hips above the chest for shoulder stands. So first looking at me, if you'd like to demo, making sure whenever you're in this pose, always looking up towards the sky, not looking side to side. So pressing yourself through, lift the hips up, walk the fingertips down the back, and then press through so that the hips stay lifted, toes point. Engage the core, squeeze the butts, and trying to come in a nice straight line with the body. You can walk the hands down the mat, squeeze the elbows together, walking them through, giving yourself a higher lift, but keeping the neck long. Breathe into the chest, and either staying here, start to bring the toes down for a plow. As the toes, feet come through, relax the arms down maybe, or interlace the fingers. And just seeing where the feet land, if they're on the floor or extended. Just listening to the body again, finding the space, and breathing through it. You can start to bend the knees into the ears. Maybe give your forehead a little massage. Coming into a nice ball. Then when you're ready, release the hands. Bring the legs back out as you start to roll down towards the ground, vertebrae by vertebrae. Palms facing down. Good. Bending the knees into the chest. Start to roll from side to side to release the lower back. Giving yourself a nice little massage on the spine. Good. When you're ready, start to grab the right knee into the chest. Extend that left leg. Making circles with the hip, with the knee. Again, moving out and then moving back in. When you're ready, we'll slowly bring the right knee over across the body towards the left side. Extend that right arm out. As the gaze follows the right side, press that right shoulder down towards the ground and palm is facing up. Left hand can be used as a weight on top of the right thigh. Just make sure to avoid the knee, not pressing down on that joint, but instead just gradually letting the legs fall over Gravity doing its magic, but first pressing down on the right shoulder so that you're working down the spine. Spine gradually rolls through. Stay here for a couple of breaths. As you inhale, extend. Exhale, release. Good. Feeling a nice twist through this entire spine from the fingers all the way down towards the toes. Good. Back to center. Inhale, knee comes in. Slowly hug it to the chest. And then releasing, switching sides. Inhale, left knee comes into the chest. Extend that right leg out. And then just start to make rounded movements with the left knee out. And then back in. After the next round, start to extend. Bring that left knee over towards the right. Extend that left arm out and over as you press that left shoulder down. Closing the eyes. Inhale into the chest. Exhale, release through. Taking a couple of breaths here, extending the spine. Using the breath here, settling down into the twist. And breathing nice and softly. Good. Back to center. Inhale. Knee comes into the chest. Hug it in. And then bringing both legs out. Start to open up for a happy baby as you press the knees to the side. Grab the outsides of the feet or ankles or big toes. Pull the knees into the armpits. Bottoms of the feet are parallel with the floor. Start to move from side to side as you keep pulling, trying to open up the hips, letting the knees fall out. Find the space, back and forth, maybe extending one leg at a time, maybe extending both. And just listening to your body here. Any last postures that you'd like to add in before moving to your Shavasana, feel free to do that here. If you'd like to add in another twist, even though we did many today, feel free. Or an inversion, or any last back bends. Breathe through the body. Last few seconds, whenever you're ready. We'll start to slowly lower ourselves through, making our way down to Shavasana. If you need to grab any props or sweaters at home, feel free to do that here. But whenever you're ready, we'll start to extend the body down. Maybe either extending the legs out, pointing the toes to the side, or bending the knees, bringing the bottoms of the feet together. Arms can come off the mat, palms facing up. When you're ready, closing the eyes, taking a deep breath in the nose, and exhaling out through the mouth. Settling down into your Shavasana. We'll spend the last few minutes of class closing the practice. feeling the stillness within the space that we created, without movement, without thinking, just being here in the now. Just taking the time, listening to our bodies, seeing the changes, or anything that may have stayed the same even. But at least enjoying the stillness from within. Good. Last few minutes, last few breaths, just staying connected, focused, staying within the body. Good. If you'd like to stay in Shavasana longer, feel free to stay where you are. But starting to come out with me, we'll start to deepen the breath, fill the chest and belly. Good. Starting to add movement nice and mindfully. The fingers, the toes, the wrists, the ankles, and moving through the hands, the legs. Start to inhale, bring the arms up and over, extend towards your back wall. Point the toes down, reach nice and long, and breathe in as much air as you can. Feel as though you're waking up for the second time today. And then exhaling, rolling over to your favorite side. Make a pillow with that arm, and settling into a nice fetal position here, giving yourselves a reset for the day. Exhaling, start to press yourself back up as you bring yourself through, sitting towards the front of your mat, cross the legs. And again, sitting up tall, bring the hands down to the knees, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. Together, we'll close the practice like we started. Inhaling, bringing the arms up, lift through. And then exhaling, hands come down before your heart center. Here, just reminding yourselves of our intention, whether it's changed, whether it's stayed the same, whether you'd like to bring it into the rest of your day with you. We'll bow the heads. Thank you all for coming and joining in today's class. May we all be well and safe and have a great rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Hope everybody's feeling good. My name is Lee again. I'm here every Monday and Wednesday.